Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And what a good win for the New York Knicks, as the New York Knicks just came out victorious at Madison Square Garden, defeating the San Antonio Spurs, the final score being 126 to 105. And the New York Knicks are back at 500, improving to 4-4 on the season. And that is 2 home wins in a row, defeating the LA Clippers a couple days ago, and then just defeating the San Antonio Spurs at the Garden. And the last time the New York Knicks were 500 was after the win up against the Atlanta Hawks, the second game of the season, after losing to the Boston Celtics on opening night. But you got to feel encouraged about this win. The New York Knicks were extremely unselfish when it came to taking care of the basketball, distributing the ball, knocking down threes from beyond the arc, getting to the free throw line and executing, finishing in the interior, the way we're moving our feet defensively, just racking up assists, the way we barely turned the ball over in this basketball game. The New York Knicks only had 4 turnovers in this game, and that fourth turnover actually came by Daquan Jeffries when he checked into this game in garbage time when there was 1 minute left. And if we only finished with 3 turnovers, I believe that would have tied a record for the least amount of turnovers by a New York Knicks team in one game. And the Spurs aren't some world beater. I understand they're not contenders, but the New York Knicks played an extremely clean basketball game, and the San Antonio Spurs have shown that they can beat quality talent. They went on to beat the Phoenix Suns a couple times, and obviously, even if you're not a Knicks fan or a Spurs fan, so many eyes were going to be on this game from all across the world. Victor Wembanyama, the most hyped up prospect since LeBron James. Many were going to tune into this game to see Victor Wembanyama make his debut at the Garden. He's been playing some good basketball. He did have a struggle where he struggled versus the Indiana Pacers. You got to give credit to the Pacers there, and you got to be aware of that. So there wasn't tons of momentum for Victor Wembanyama entering this game, but he did have a 38-point game versus the Phoenix Suns in a win, actually. So Victor Wembanyama has shown that he can play at an extremely high level, but the New York Knicks spoiled Victor Wembanyama's Madison Square Garden debut as the center play of Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein were off the charts. Mitchell Robinson was in double-digit rebounding. He finished with 5 offensive rebounds in this game. He managed to have 8 points. Brunson early on got Mitchell Robinson involved with a lob. I love the way we've been getting Mitchell Robinson involved. He got to the free throw line a couple times. He missed 2 free throws at one point, but then he also split a pair a couple times when he went to the free throw line as well. He continued to be an awesome presence on the defense side of the basketball, defending the interior and being very disciplined. Wembanyama did not get his first points until the second half of this basketball game that I believe came in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, he did manage to have 8 points, but the New York Knicks just absolutely took care of business in this game. They wiped the floor, or just mopped the floor with the San Antonio Spurs. It was absolutely unbelievable. The Spurs aren't going to be in a good position to win when Wembanyama is not stepping up efficiently throughout this game. He managed to get to the free throw line in that fourth quarter, have a couple and once on a freakish play off of a spin move on Josh Hart and threw it down. But when Keldon Johnson's not stepping up consistently and Devin Vassell's not 100% and he's getting limited action coming off the bench, the Spurs are definitely not going to be in a position to win. And the Knicks defense was suffocating on the San Antonio Spurs, and the Spurs also missed some open shots from beyond the arc. The New York Knicks got off to a fantastic start in this game. They were up 13-0 in that first quarter at one point, and they were up 30 at one point in this game as well. The Spurs were able to cut it down to 14 in the fourth quarter, but then R.J. Barrett had a very nice drive. He got the defense to collapse, kicked it outside of the perimeter, and Julius Randle was able to knock down a 3 in the corner. So the New York Knicks did an extremely great job trusting the pass in this basketball game. You got to give credit to Jeremy Sohan. I thought he attacked the basket and finished very well. Trey Jones flipped up a couple floaters. Zach Collins had some solid play for them. Brandon was able to contribute. Just their main guys did not step up at a high enough level for them to win this game. And the New York Knicks were just brilliant offensively, defensively. Just like when it came to all phases of the basketball game, the New York Knicks were just awesome. You had your 3 main guys of Jalen Brunson. He stepped up. He had 25 points. R.J. Barrett, he had 24 points, continuing to play awesome basketball. Julius Randle, another 20-plus point night. He had 27 points versus the LA Clippers, and then he has 23 points here tonight versus the San Antonio Spurs at the Garden. I thought he was physical. He was looking to work downhill. He did not come out and jack up threes from beyond the arc. He looked to attack. Not an extremely efficient game, but he got to the foul line. Maybe want to see him knock down his free throws more, but he did a really good job facilitating and setting up his teammates as well. You love seeing that. 5 assists for Julius Randle. This overall team, again, took care of the basketball. Only 4 turnovers is ridiculous, and for our only turnover in the second half to come from Daquan Jeffries in the fourth quarter in garbage time is insane. But when you have RJ and Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle step up scoring the basketball, and they only have a combined 2 turnovers and 2 of them coming from Julius Randle, you got to be pleased with that. RJ Barrett, 6 assists. Jalen Brunson, 6 assists. They all didn't just look to score the basketball, and it wasn't just the starters that stepped up. Obviously, Quentin Grimes knocked down a couple threes. I like the way RJ got Quentin Grimes involved early in this game to get us some rhythm from beyond the arc. But Emmanuel quickly comes off the bench. He's brilliant with 19 points. Isaiah Hartenstein has 13. He had a play that he went right at Victor Wembanyama. The New York Knicks were just way too versatile on both ends of the floor when it came to finishing in the interior, from the mid-range, from the outside in this game. But RJ opened it up with a 3, and he just continues to play awesome basketball. 5 made 3-pointers for RJ Barrett. Extremely efficient, finishing at the basket, finished through traffic, and I love the play that he set up Isaiah Hartenstein when it came to him flipping up that hook shot in the and one. RJ just has done a really good job operating in that mid-range, or probing around in that mid-range, and getting Hartenstein involved and getting Mitchell Robinson involved. We know he could throw those lobs to Mitchell Robinson, but I loved seeing Jalen Brunson throw a lob to Mitchell Robinson. That was really awesome to see. Brunson got off to a slow start. He was 1 for 4. But then in that first half, when it looked like he was struggling from the field, I'm like, damn, Brunson's really struggling. Out of the timeout, he managed to hit 3 threes in a row and started to get into a rhythm. A couple catch and shoot threes, good looks, good job setting up Jalen Brunson when it came to the starters or just any personnel out there for the New York Knicks. And then he had a 3 off the dribble versus Jeremy Sohan. Then he was able to operate a little bit out of the post and hit a shot over Jeremy Sohan, work down the lane. He's missing some shots still that usually go in, but I really do believe from all 3 levels, he's going to go on to dominate and just continue to get better as the season goes on, because he has such a great work ethic. But credit to Jalen Brunson for pinching and kicking, getting guys involved, also scoring the basketball. You just love seeing the balance from all 3 guys. Your 3 of your main guys scoring at a very decent level. RJ Barrett as well. Like it was also like most of them were catch and shoot threes, but I love the shot in transition. Like there was a tone and pace to this game that we're actually playing with a certain level of rhythm and certain level of speed in this game. I love that we were pushing the pace, but seeing RJ knock down that transition 3 was just really awesome. RJ continues to play very good, efficient basketball and continues to play very well on both ends of the floor. But quickly being that spark, unbelievable. 19 points off the bench. He was operating just like showing off his versatility offensively, getting to that floater, playing very patient. No one was speeding him up on the San Antonio Spurs. Getting to that mid-range shot, knocking down to 3. Very nice hesitation getting to the basket on the right side. He had 5 assists as well. So Quentin Grimes, he had a few assists. You have Emmanuel quickly that has 5 assists. Julius Randle, 5 assists. You had RJ Barrett who had 6 assists. Jalen Brunson, 6 assists. So everyone was distributing the basketball and taking care of the basketball, moving their feet defensively, communicating. I just love this win by the New York Knicks. I love the way they competed, and I was really shocked that the Spurs didn't really look prepared. They were also missing just some open shots from beyond the arc. Trey Jones flip shots. Jeremy Sohan was working down the lane. Zach Collins, solid play. Brandon, but again, their main guys didn't step up, and they just had like a stinker versus Indiana that they got destroyed, and then they kind of got cooked once again. And when they were kind of operating in that fourth quarter and starting to score and get into some type of rhythm, they just dug themselves in too big of a hole, and the Knicks continued to trust their ball movement. Randle, that 3 in the fourth quarter. RJ, I believe he had a couple threes in that fourth quarter. I love that 3 by Jalen Brunson that he was like, Wembanyama has such ridiculously long arms. I'm not letting him get a block here. That Brunson from like Curry range hit a deep 3 over Wembanyama. So I love the floor spacing. I love the way we took care of the basketball and trusted the pass. That's what I want to see from this Knicks team moving forward. It's awesome to see this team back at 4-4 and take care of business for all 4 quarters of basketball, and how disciplined we were with the ball and how well we played defensively. You got to be really proud of this group moving forward, and they're getting into a good flow. And maybe RJ Barrett starting off the season very well because of playing for Team Canada, constantly playing basketball, but he also, I believe, played for Team Canada's second year as well. But I'm proud of the Knicks. They played very well, shot the 3-ball well, got into the paint. They opened things up for their teammates. DiVincenzo, even though he didn't score, really Josh Hart, they played with so much energy. And seeing Hartenstein score and us seeing get Mitch involved and him continuing to be a beast on the boards and produce with 5 offensive rebounds. Hartenstein fighting after 50-50 balls, not just attacking in the interior and looking to score and also throw up that hook shot. But yeah, shout out to the playmaking by RJ. Shout out to RJ for knocking down his 3s so far this year. We'll see if it continues. And Brunson, I do believe he's going to be elite from all 3 levels once again. And he's just going to continue to get into even more of a rhythm. And shout out to Julius Randle for overcoming adversity. And yeah, let me know down below your thoughts on this game. Peace out, y'all.